Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an Unexplained Artifact video on the Kingoodie Artifact. Um, I haven't done an Unexplained Artifact in a while, and this one really caught my eye because it's another one of those where it couldn't have been placed there. It couldn't have accidentally fallen in a crevice or whatever. Let me get into this. I've done a bunch of videos on artifacts which have been found which simply cannot be explained. The internet has dubbed these OOPARTs, OOPARTS, or out-of-place artifacts. Essentially, people are finding things embedded in stone or coal seams or whatever with no explanation as to how they got there. Archaeologists and or anthropologists simply have no clue as to how these artifacts got there, and it's not that they're debunking them, they're ignoring them, which tells me they've got nothing. I'm just saying. There's a man named Michael Cremo, and I talk about him a lot in my videos. He wrote a book titled Forbidden Archaeology, and in it, he details facts, events, and evidence to support his theory that mainstream science has no clue what actually happened back in the day, and furthermore, mainstream science is lying and working hard to cover up everything that doesn't support their narrative. I highly recommend that book. Fair warning, Forbidden Archaeology reads like a technical journal. It is a difficult read, but the information in there is prime and it is jaw-dropping. Michael Cremo is not an author, he's a scientist, and he's a really good scientist, so again, it's written like a technical journal, so bear with that. But you gotta power through it because the information in there, if it doesn't make you sit up and take notice, nothing will. That's all I'm saying. You'd have better luck not being surprised at a UFO crashing in your backyard. All right. I highly recommend Forbidden Archaeology. Here we go. In 1844, workers in a quarry near the village of Kingoodie in Scotland were cutting sandstone. This particular vein of sandstone was tested and found to be of the Mesozoic era from between 360 million and 408 million years old. So it's an old area of sandstone. The workers found an iron nail encased in the Cretaceous block. Now this nail had not oxidized at all. It looked like it came from a hardware store. Okay. Now, initially, if you hear that, you go, well, somebody just dropped it there, or there's a mistake or something. But this wasn't found like somebody hammered it into a piece of rock. This was a nail that was encased in the stone. The stone formed around it. What is an iron nail doing encased in 360 million year old sandstone? And how did that iron nail avoid oxidation for that long? Those are the two questions that scientists should be asking. To give you an idea of the age of this particular sandstone and the artifact inside it, when the sandstone was forming around the nail, the first amphibians were just starting to walk on land. Human beings weren't even Neanderthals at that point. That's a long damn time ago. This is like the earth forming kind of thing, okay? Or at least it's pretty close to that old. The artifact was sent to the University of Scotland for testing. The nail apparently is an ordinary iron nail of nondescript design, which, I'm sorry, that's stupid. It is an ordinary nail that didn't oxidize over 360 million years while encased in sandstone. Yeah, there's something wrong with that. Okay, I would not trust that testing, that evaluation. However, several years after this testing was completed, the artifact mysteriously disappeared from a secured room at that university. Many believe this was done so that the hoax could be preserved. Others feel that scientists could not disprove its authenticity, so they simply made it disappear. Either way, the artifact is gone and no further testing is possible. This right here is a case of the cover-up draws as much attention as the crime. In this case, the crime being the artifact. Not a crime, but you know what I'm saying. The artifact is weird and should be drawing attention, but the cover-up is like, okay, wait a minute, that's Somebody's hiding something. That's all we know. The fact of the disappearance simply raises more questions, which cannot be answered. This is par for the course and completely aligns with Michael Cremo's theory. And I fully subscribe to that theory. I really do. Because it's not just these unexplained artifacts. They're finding bones now that don't fit in the narrative. They're finding houses that are a lot older than should have been. They're finding stuff that suggests that there might have been a civilization prior to the big flood that was pretty damned advanced. Okay? We can't say for sure this is what happened because we don't know. But the reason, the whole point of the UPART quote-unquote scandal is that mainstream science doesn't know what's going on, but they're acting like they do. And they're hiding evidence that disproves what they're saying. That's the key. And, who pays for the science? Americans, we do. Okay? Virtually all over the world, who pays for science? Americans do. I mean, there's other countries that don't put some money towards science, I agree. But we have research grants. We're the scientific leaders of the world. And we can't get at the truth, something's wrong. That's all I'm saying. Something is wrong. If you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you could hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on all of your social media platforms, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. And check me out over on Rumble for my political commentary and weekly current events. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon. It's H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there, including the 3 pictured here and the 4th one in the series. The Drifters, Drifters 2, Chaotic West, Drifters 3, Sands of Blood, and Drifters 4, Dynasty of the Heretic. Yeah, check those out. Dynasty of the Heretic actually is based on something like this video. So check it out. Hope you find something you like. And there's a lot of other stuff on my author page there. Hope you find something you like. I hope you find something you like, and I hope you enjoy reading it. That's all I got for this one. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all.